You know what's the biggest mistake most English learners make? They keep using very, very, very. Very good, very bad, very big. Without realizing it, they sound basic. If you want to sound more natural, more confident, this video will fix that in the next few minutes. In this video, I'll show you simple, powerful words you can use instead of very plus adjective. These are real-life words. Native speakers use them every day. And the best part, you can start using them immediately. Before we start, a quick question. When you speak English, you translate in your mind first, and then you say something like, very happy, very tired. That's normal. But today, we're going to upgrade that. Let's start upgrading your vocabulary. The goal is to replace very plus adjective with stronger, more precise words. These alternatives are easy to remember and use, and they'll instantly make your English sound more natural. We'll go through each example, show you how to use it, and give you real-life sentences. Ready to sound sharper and more confident? Let's begin with the first example. Instead of saying very good, use excellent. This word is sharper and shows confidence. For example, instead of your idea is very good, say your idea is excellent. Notice how the sentence feels stronger and more professional. Excellent is a word native speakers use often, and it's perfect for both casual and formal situations. Start using it today and you'll immediately sound more polished. Something is really bad, don't just say very bad. Try terrible. For example, the movie was terrible. This word expresses strong emotion and makes your opinion clear. Terrible is a common word in everyday English, and it's much more impactful than very bad. Using it will help you communicate your feelings more effectively and sound more like a native speaker. If you want to describe something that's really big, use huge. For example, that company is huge. This word is shorter and has a stronger impact. Huge is used all the time by native speakers, and it's perfect for describing size in a powerful way. Try swapping very big for huge and see how your sentences become more dynamic. Instead of very small, say tiny. For example, this phone is tiny. Tiny is a vivid word that paints a clear picture. It's commonly used in everyday English and helps you sound more expressive. Using tiny instead of very small will make your descriptions more interesting and precise. When you're really happy, try saying delighted. For example, I'm delighted to see you. This word sounds natural in real conversations and shows genuine emotion. Delighted is a great alternative to very happy, and it's used by native speakers to express joy in a more sophisticated way. Start using it and notice how your English feels warmer and more authentic. If you're really tired, say exhausted. For example, I'm exhausted today. This word is relatable and used often in daily life. Exhausted is much stronger than very tired, and it helps you communicate your feelings more clearly. Using it will make your English sound more advanced and natural. When you want to describe speed, use quick instead of very fast. For example, he's very quick at learning. Quick is a simple, effective word that native speakers use all the time. It's perfect for describing actions or abilities, and it makes your English sound more concise and natural. Something is moving slowly, say sluggish. For example, the system is sluggish. This word is slightly advanced and makes you sound smart. Sluggish is used to describe things that are slow or lacking energy. Using it instead of very slow will help you express yourself more precisely and impress listeners. Describe someone who's really smart, use brilliant. For example, she's a brilliant student. Brilliant is a powerful word that shows admiration and respect. It's commonly used in both academic and casual settings. Replacing very smart with brilliant will make your compliments sound more genuine and impressive. When you're really angry, say furious. For example, he was furious. This word expresses strong emotion and makes your speech more powerful. Furious is used by native speakers to describe intense anger. Using it instead of very angry will help you communicate your feelings more effectively and sound more natural. Using alternatives to basic words isn't just about sounding smart, it's about connecting with people. When you use words like excellent, terrible, or delighted, you show that you understand the nuances of English. This makes conversations more interesting and helps you build stronger relationships. Native speakers notice when you use precise language, and it leaves a positive impression. Let's look at some real-life examples. Imagine you're at work and your boss asks for feedback. Instead of saying very good, you say excellent. Or when talking about a movie, you say terrible instead of very bad. These small changes make your English sound more professional and confident. Practice using these words in your daily conversations and notice the difference. The more you practice using these alternatives, the more natural they'll feel. Try swapping out basic phrases for stronger words whenever you can. Over time, you'll notice your English becoming more fluent and expressive. Don't worry about making mistakes, everyone learns by practicing. Keep experimenting and you'll see real progress. Using powerful words helps you sound more confident. When you say, I'm exhausted instead of very tired, people take your words seriously. Confidence in your language makes conversations smoother and helps you express yourself clearly. Start using these alternatives and watch your confidence grow. Words like furious, delighted, and terrible help you express strong emotions. This makes your speech more engaging and memorable. People respond to emotional language and it helps you connect on a deeper level. Don't be afraid to use these words, they show that you're comfortable with English and can express yourself fully. Many alternatives to basic words are shorter and more impactful. For example, huge is easier to say than very big, and it leaves a stronger impression. Using concise language makes your speech clearer and more effective. Native speakers value brevity, so try to use these shorter words whenever possible. Some alternatives, like sluggish, are slightly advanced. Using them shows that you're serious about learning English. Advanced vocabulary helps you stand out and makes your conversations more interesting. Don't be afraid to try new words. Practice makes them easier to use. Try using these alternatives in your daily conversations. Whether you're talking to friends, colleagues, or strangers, these words will help you sound more natural. Practice makes perfect, so don't be shy about experimenting. The more you use them, the easier it becomes. Native speakers rarely use very plus adjective. They prefer stronger, more precise words. By adopting this habit, you'll sound more fluent and confident. Listen to native speakers and notice how they use words like excellent, huge, and delighted. Try to mimic their style in your own speech. Using expressive language helps you build stronger relationships. People appreciate when you use precise words to describe your feelings and opinions. It shows that you care about communication and want to connect. Practice using these alternatives and watch your relationships grow. In professional settings, using strong vocabulary is important. Words like excellent, brilliant, and exhausted help you sound more polished and competent. Whether you're in a meeting or writing an email, these words make a positive impression. Start using them in your work life and see the difference. Ask your friends to help you practice these alternatives. Try using words like delighted, terrible, or huge in your conversations. Your friends can give you feedback and help you improve. Practicing with others makes learning more fun and effective. Set a goal to use at least one alternative word each day. For example, replace very tired with exhausted or very happy with delighted. Keep a list of these words and check them off as you use them. Daily practice will help you remember and use these words naturally. Getting feedback from others is important. Ask your friends, teachers, or colleagues to listen to your speech and suggest improvements. Feedback helps you identify areas to work on and motivates you to keep improving. Don't be afraid to ask for help. It's a key part of learning. Experiment with different alternatives and see which ones feel most comfortable. Try using brilliant instead of very smart or furious instead of very angry. The more you experiment, the more confident you'll become. Don't worry about making mistakes. Learning is all about trying new things. Keep expanding your vocabulary by learning new alternatives. Look for words that native speakers use and add them to your list. The more words you know, the more expressive you'll become. Vocabulary expansion is a lifelong process, so keep learning and growing. Listen to native speakers in movies, podcasts, or conversations. Pay attention to the words they use instead of very plus adjective. Try to imitate their style and use the same alternatives in your own speech. Listening is a great way to learn new vocabulary and improve your pronunciation. Read books, articles, or blogs written by native speakers. Notice how they use words like excellent, terrible, or delighted. Reading helps you see these words in context and understand how to use them. Make reading a daily habit to improve your vocabulary and comprehension. Practice writing sentences using alternatives to basic words. For example, write "the weather is terrible" instead of "very bad." Writing helps you remember new vocabulary and use it correctly. Try keeping a journal and challenge yourself to use at least one alternative word in each entry. Speaking is the best way to practice new vocabulary. Try using alternatives in your conversations, presentations, or even when talking to yourself. The more you speak, the more comfortable you'll become with these words. Speaking practice is essential for fluency and confidence. It's normal to feel hesitant when using new words. Don't let fear hold you back. Everyone makes mistakes, and that's how you learn. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Overcoming hesitation is a big step toward fluency and confidence. Mistakes are a natural part of learning. Don't be afraid to use new words even if you're not sure. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn and improve. Keep practicing and you'll get better every day. Celebrate your progress as you learn new vocabulary. Notice how your English sounds more natural and confident. Every time you use an alternative word, you're moving closer to fluency. Keep celebrating your achievements and stay motivated. Let's make this real. Practice using alternatives in your daily life. For example, instead of saying "I am very tired," say "I am exhausted." Try using these words in conversations, emails, or texts. Real-life practice helps you remember and use new vocabulary naturally. Challenge yourself to use at least one alternative word each day. Set reminders or make a checklist. The more you challenge yourself, the faster you'll improve. Keep pushing your limits and you'll see real progress in your English. Let's quickly review the alternatives we've learned. Excellent, terrible, huge, tiny, delighted, exhausted, quick, sluggish, brilliant, furious. Each of these words replaces a basic very plus adjective phrase and makes your English sound more natural. Keep practicing and add these words to your daily vocabulary. Now that you know these alternatives, start using them in your conversations. Practice with friends, write sentences, and listen to native speakers. The more you use these words, the more confident you'll become. Keep learning and expanding your vocabulary every day. Learning new vocabulary can be challenging, but it's also rewarding. Stay motivated by setting goals and tracking your progress. Celebrate every achievement and keep pushing yourself to improve. Motivation is key to mastering English and sounding more natural. Remember, upgrading your vocabulary is a journey. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. The more you use alternatives to basic words, the more natural and confident your English will become. Thanks for watching and keep improving your English every day.